This keeps separate from here, okay?
Okay, let me
This is simply a little water chemistry booklet. When you are extremely bored,
okay.
look at chlorine and pH information in this booklet.
Booklet separate.
It's only because this gets wet inside when you're testing constantly, and it'll rot right out, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, so I'm just gonna leave this here for
Yeah,
now,
we can just throw it there.
anywhere you know it is. This stuff is for you, nobody but you. Lorraine has a right to look at these records, okay? All right, so here's a sample of pool water.
Okay.
And if you have to come home in the dark and you haven't tested for the day,
Okay.
you can grab it in a clean container of any kind,
Okay.
okay? Pool water and do your test in here. You don't have to freeze out there if
Okay.
you're cold, okay?
Okay.
So this testing system, again, is extremely accurate. What you must remember is that you're using, there's the thin side and fat side. You're only using the fat side of the vial. We're keeping things real simple here. Chlorine, you have cheater instructions here.
Great.
Yellow instructions, chlorine. Yellow caps. This is designed, I'm telling you, for children. Okay? pH, red instructions, red cap.
So a little background information from somebody
Sure.
that doesn't know anything about pools.
Okay, I'm going to give you chlorine levels that you're expecting to see.
No, what I'm even going back further, I'm saying there's okay, I got to test for pH. I got
Chlorine
test
first.
I got to test for chlorine.
pH, and then listen carefully, alkalinity, hardness of water. Our pool guy does that for you. You have no legal requirements to do that for you and Lorraine.
So it is for
Just
yellow
chlorine?
and red.
And pH, that's it.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you parameters because if the numbers are radically off, you're supposed to call us and say, hey, I got a problem.
Okay.
Okay? So the chlorine, write down chlorine testing, or you did already.
Yes.
Okay. On chlorine level, all you need to know is that when you're doing this testing, what you want to find in the water as a residual of good chlorine is between 2 and 4 parts per million chlorine.
Between 2, 4 parts per million.
And in this industry and also with city people, ppm means parts per million.
Okay, so ppm.
Just to
2 to
shorten
4 ppm.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And that represents of real chlorine. You don't have to write this down. That means that you're running a minimum of 2. If you find it below 2, call us and say, I got a low chlorine. Our secretary might say, well, what did you find? Then let her know what you found on your test, and we're going to come out and fix the problem
And
downstairs.
this is Mary we're going to talk to.
Mary is our sec, right.
Yeah.
But if anybody else answered the phone, there's 3 other people that could answer the phone, just say who you are, or what address you are, and I found a low chlorine. If you find it below 2, okay, let us know, and so one of us are going to come out and fix the equipment.
Will it ever be higher?
Yes. The other thing is, if you find a high chlorine, meaning at 5 or 6 parts per million, call us up and say, I found a high chlorine.
Okay.
And we're going to come out and figure out why it jumped a little too high. Okay? Right now, I found a high chlorine. I already adjusted downstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found it around 7 to 8. Let's see what you found. All right, sorry.
I got to move those for you.
Don't worry.
It's just.
I don't want you to break anything because of me. Oh, this is called the bachelor place. All right, so chlorine level. All you're doing is rinsing this always, because one testing system can blow your accuracy of the next test. With the swimming pool water, always rinse 3-4 times before you draw a new water sample. In this case, I'm going to take the pool water I just drew, okay? All you're doing is filling enough pool water to fill it to the lowest line, which is 10 mils, okay, on chlorine test. So I'm just going to shake it off a little until it's down there. Almost. Bam, right there.
Okay, so
Chlorine test, fill it, rinse and fill to 10 mils. It's the bottom line on the fat side of the vial.
fill to bottom
Line,
line 10 mils.
right. Now, what I'm showing you right now is written right here as
Gotcha.
cheater notes.
Okay.
Lorraine does not care that you commit this to memory or not. What she cares about is that you know how to go after an accurate test.
Okay.
So if you want to read your cheater notes right in front of her, she'll say, fine, you're making sure you know what you're doing. She'll be happy, okay? But if you commit it to memory, she'll be happy too. But she only cares that you care about accuracy.
Okay.
Okay? Then you got this shit. It's a powder called 0870. It's called DPD powder.
DPD
number is 0870, okay? Now, you just open it like this. Make sure this little dipper, this is starting to look very 1970s, isn't it?
Okay.
All right, make sure this dipper is dry. The powder starts out white. If it turns gray or black, you got it wet and you fucked it up. You got to
Okay.
get a new batch. That's what I gave you an emergency stash,
Okay.
okay? Basically, this is going to last quite a while. Just take a small dipper.
And you have to make sure that stick is absolutely dry.
It's got to be dry, because if that powder, it's like being in a war and having wet gunpowder. You're
Yeah.
fucked, okay? Your accuracy is going to be blown. So you just go like this, barely rounded scooper, slam it in, close this tight like that, and put this away. If there's any chlorine in the water, when you swirl it, it's going to turn pink. This is really set up so you can't fail and make a mistake. So we know there's chlorine in the water because it's pink. If there was no chlorine in the water, it would be clear. Okay?
Now, how do we know if it's
Watch.
between 2 and 4?
You're learning. The solution, which is the yellow cap and brown vial 0871, watch me. You simply swirl it and add a drop at a time and swirl it in between each drop until it goes from pink to clear and stays clear. That's it.
How many drops?
This is going to tell you. We don't know yet.
Okay.
You're going to find out. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how it's getting lighter?
Yep.
11, 12, 13. A little bit color left,
Yep.
see? 14. You got to do it until it's clear. A little color left. 15. Now it's totally clear.
Yes.
And no matter how much you swirl, it stays clear.
Yeah.
15 drops.
Yes.
Half the number of drops, write this down so you don't blow it. Half the number of drops equals ppm. Okay, so chlorine level, if you're in the range of 2 to 4, you're writing your information down, okay? And then if it's low chlorine, below 2, you're going to call us, let us know that.
If it's
High chlorine, in this case I already did it.
But
Did
what
a
would
little-
I have done if you weren't here and I got 7.5?
Just leave us a message if you can't get us. Leave us a message.
We'll
on the
call
phone.
either way if it's
Call.
above or below.
If it's below or
What if
above.
it's 1.79?
I would let it go another day,
Okay.
and then do a test the next day. And if our pool guy didn't catch it, then give us a call.
Okay.
Of pool water, write this down, lack of pool water clarity. If it doesn't look crystal clear like it looks right now, do your test. You're probably going to find you have a low chlorine. Okay? There's always a stash of chlorine down in that filter room. The chlorine is the white jugs.
And you're going to show me how to add it?
It's real simple. If you find you have like low chlorine or no chlorine and the water is going cloudy, call us and let us know. But you can also save the day by taking a gallon of that chlorine and dumping it slowly in the
That's
pool.
it.
That's
Slowly?
it. Well, slowly so you don't get stains on your pants.
Okay.
Get it down to the surface of the water and pour slow, because that's twice the strength of your house bleed. All right, so you rinsed after your chlorine test.
Rinse. My
Then
first instruction.
rinse this 2-3 times. Then I drew the sample to 44 mils, the top line.
Top line.
This is for your pH testing.
Yep.